Franson. As the Wanderers get us underway, we'll get into Sydney FC's lineup as well. They've struck good form at a good time as we stretch into the last 10 games of the season now. Sydney FC are on a 3-game unbeaten towel, able to win it back in a good area, and he's got skill and takes the shot. It was always rising from Tiago Quintal, but the first shot is fired by Sydney FC. Here's Brissett. Cutting into it, he's right, looking for McAllister, comes for Quintal, cutting it back for McAllister, and Sydney FC get their goal, and it's a well-worked move from left to right, and eventually it's tapped in by Matthias McAllister. It's been much all the other way. As Hollingdale whips it in, but it's far too high. It sails over the Sydney FC goal. Really causing them problems. Now it's on the right with Quintal. Overlapping is Bolwell. Sharp stop at the near post for Sinnott. Sandy. Top of the box for Neuenhoff, who lines up the shot. And that's well wide of the goal. Signs of positivity there for the Western Sydney Wanderers. The cross. It's Fryer. Sends his man for a hot dog and gets the shot on goal. And Oscar Fryer. Him and Quintal are looking extremely dangerous right now on this right side of the attack. For Quintal, who has Fryer ahead of him, and again it's a familiar combination for Sydney FC. Fryer gets to the byline, looking for McAllister. It's here for Brissett. Great save by Sinnott. It took a deflection on its way through, and Sydney FC were very close there to their second goal of the game. Goal took a deflection from Barbic. And Fryer again attacking his man, puts his shot on goal. And just over the crossbar for Oscar Fryer, but right now it's all one-way traffic for Sydney FC in the attacking third. Kennedy gives it back to Quintal. Along the byline he goes, floats a back stick for Fryer. Couldn't get his head over it, but puts it back in for McAllister. And it's in again for Sydney FC. Fryer tried to get his head over it. It sat well for him. He cut it back across the byline. And then McAllister with the acrobatic finish to get his second of the afternoon. The way things are going right now, they might well be grateful that halftime whistle goes. The shot comes in, and it wasn't far away from Anthony Barbic. Zavadinos was McAllister, this time trying to turn provider. Links up with Quintal. McAllister again! And he wasn't far away from his hat-trick, Matthias McAllister. Defender tries to make it work on the edge of the area, still with the Wanderers and Dimo. Half goes down, and that's the end of a good first half from a Sydney FC perspective. A brace for Matthias McAllister has them in front, and they've looked good going forward as well. And for the Wanderers, certainly a halftime break that will be needed from their perspective as they look for a way. As we'll keep an eye on any changes, it looks like Anthony Barbic is the man that has come off for the Western Sydney Wanderers in place of 10 away games. They've managed 2 draws and 8 losses as they might get the third here. A chance for them to finish, and they do so. Quintal does the damage. He's been the provider all night long. Home games, if this result were to hold for Wanderers, it would need 4 losses and 2 wins. And as Bunza reaching for it, maybe didn't expect it to go his way. Joseph Bunza and Gigliotti. Good ball forward, it's headed down, and still here with the Wanderers. Substitutes couldn't combine there. It was Sydney United at St. George going down to the wire as Mo racing away, looking for Sydney's 4th. Great save by Sino, and another good save by Sino again. Fantastic double save to keep it at just 3 for the Wanderers. As Ayuk Mo off the bench, as Mo uses Casawaya. Sydney FC in search of that 4th. Casawaya, lovely ball along the back line. Great save again by Sinnott. And with that, it's full time here at Wanderers Football Park. Sydney FC take out a dominant 3-0 derby win. A result they certainly deserved. A brace from Matthias McAllister and then one from Tiago Quintal in the second half did the damage. It was a thoroughly professional performance by the youngsters as they take out the derby win and the final Sydney derby in the NPL for 2024.